suitable for me if I do get on that tour.
Yeah, it's a great tour, I can tell you. But now to a different part of the world. This week the ICC met and agreed in principle to introduce floodlights at test grounds to avoid those all too frequent stoppages for bad light. Some places, however, have no need for such artificial help, and Eddie Butler has been north to investigate.
A rose-tinted sky as the day's play in England draws to a close. No, this is merely the end of the first innings. Cricket at midnight in Sweden. This is the game on a truly international scale. The Saumur Strays, a collection of Englishmen setting out from their pavilion in the Loire Valley and heading north, a long way north, 12 hours by road from Stockholm up the Gulf of Bothnia to Umeå, and a match against the Swedish Elks. But what are the Strays doing in the land of the long summer nights?
This is the European Cricket Federation 1996 guide.
Yes.
And it says here, Sweden, midsummer night cricket in Umeå, 300 kilometres from the Arctic Circle, and the most northerly ground in the world has no need for floodlights.
Living proof.
Living proof, and here we are.
Removal of the covers. A week ago, this was a football pitch. Next, the toss of the old Krona.
You're welcome as a visitor.
Okay, it's tails, please.
That's a head.
Brian, what's that?
That's a Krona.
Well, that's the head.
That's a head.
It's equivalent of a Philippines head.
Toss.
Yes, I will let you guys bat.
Okay, thank you. Enjoy the game and let's make it good fun.
We will do that. Thank you.
Right arm over. Right arm over. Good luck from the Finland end. Take some wicket.
Yep.
The Saumur Strays put into bat, 8 p.m. From the Finland end, the Elks open the bowling, or the casting as they say in Swedish. This game has made the local news, and folk know that on the summer solstice, the truth is out there.
It seems as they're trying to throw the ball and to hit some sticks that are standing there, and there's a guy who's standing with a kind of a bat, but sometimes he hits the ball and sometimes he just stops it.
You seem to understand the traditions of the game very well.
Yes, the traditions, but not the game, really. But it's fun to watch.
10:30 at night, the citizens of Umeå, the city of birches they call it, absorb the sport of the willow.
Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Those days of soda and pretzels and beer. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Dust off the sun and moon and sing a song of cheer.
Saumur at the crease. Cricket in France was apparently popular among the aristocracy 200 years ago. The guillotine put an end to their googlies. Le cricket nowadays?
I guess that the French sometimes find it a little bit difficult to stand around doing nothing for 4 or 5 hours. But normally something will happen. You know, the ones who have got involved love it. And I think it could work very well in France. But we need to push it along. We need to get some help, I think, from outside.
Midnight and the end of the Saumur innings. There are a couple of Ben Fran Grinder in the scorebook, leg before wicket. And the sun has set for a brief hour, time for a midnight feast, lunch in the pavilion. 1 o'clock in the morning, the light meter. 4.0, 1540. Even Dickie Bird couldn't argue with that. Saumur the fielding side, 184 the target for the Elks. Play.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you.
It's a struggle for the Elks, this collection of Swedes, Bangladeshis, Pakistanis, Indians, Englishmen, and a captain from Barbados.
You still have the problem that a lot of immigrants involved in the sport, and many of the immigrants go on, and then if you only need 1 or 2 key figures to disappear, and then all of a sudden things start falling down again. But I think since we've gotten a lot of Swedes involved as well now, I'm sure it's here to stay.
The good news is the Elks have recovered to 151 for 8. The bad news is it's 5:30 in the morning. We've been playing for 9.5 hours. Endless daylight, endless cricket.
I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind.
7:30 in the morning, Roshan Malalatunga hits the winning run. The captain, 54 not out. It's been a marathon saga, a Norse epic.
They deserved it. They really tried for it, and to concentrate for that long at our level of cricket is really something else. Thank you.
France, noble in defeat. For the Elks, this has been, without fear of exaggeration, the greatest triumph for cricket around the Arctic Circle.
Now, what do you think to that pitch, then?
Well, obviously chasing wicket, but I think I might have done a little bit on it.
It's the sort of pitch, actually, you asked the opposition to bat twice on, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether Sir Geoffrey would make of it, sticking his key in it.
With the longest pitch report ever, there's so much to cover. And what about playing for about 10 hours?
I think you'd need a long lunch. Well, what would it be? Midnight snack.
Midnight snack. Love it. OK, Dean, thanks very much indeed for coming. It's great fun to have you. OK, that's all for this month. Thanks to Dean for coming to join us, and all the best to him and England at Headingley next week. We're back in mid-August, just before the final test. In the meantime, remember Cricket Focus every Saturday, and tune in for all our cricket action over the next month. For now, goodbye.